Good morning, Villa fans, and welcome to a match reaction for Brighton 3, Aston Villa 4. Great game last night. Great to see Villa win again and keep the streak going. And great to see a certain Mr. Ollie Watkins back amongst the goals. 2 goals last night. It was a game that I thought maybe got away from us at 2-0 down. But this is a different breed of Aston Villa. And FOUR-Midable is the title, and we go into third. Let's rewind it back and talk about sort of team lineup. Obviously, the big news there was Martinez was down to play, picked up an injury in the warm up, and Marco Bizot put on the gloves. And we can feel a bit more safer with Marco Bizot as the backup rather than sort of someone like Robin Olsen. So Bizot took on the gloves. And the team pretty much, Martin was playing at left back. I expected that for him to play up against Yakuba Minte. The back four was fine. The midfield, Tielemans dropped to the bench. Onana came in. Guessand got a recall to the team, and I'll come on to him in a moment. Morgan Rogers and McGinn behind Ollie Watkins and Malen on the bench as well. So lineup was good. Ollie Watkins obviously has a good record against Brighton as well. The game, I mean, I'm no body language expert, but I could sense it in the first few minutes of the game, first 5 minutes, that something was off. I'm not sure if the Martinez injury in the warm-up kind of rocked us a little bit, but we just didn't seem our usual selves. We were second to every ball. We were, just putting in sort of not that good challenges, and I just felt something was off from the very beginning. And after, 9 minutes, Brighton take the lead. It's a corner. Maybe it shouldn't have even been a corner, but corner comes in. Marco Bizot gets a little nudge under the flight of the ball, and Van Hecker manages to bundle it home. I mean, I was looking at that and I thought, okay, Bizot has, he got brushed off the ball quite easily, if I'm being honest with you. And it was rightly given a goal. I don't think there was too much wrong with what was in there and what we were trying to claim for. So 1-0 to Brighton early on. Villa not really kind of in the game too much at that point. Ollie Watkins does have a great chance just before they score the second, where he's one-on-one with the keeper and he just gets it wrong in terms of technique. And I just thought at that moment, is this going to be another Ollie Watkins, poor performance, missed chances? And then the attack at the other end on the attack, Brighton go. And their midfield player, Hinchelwood, makes a run off the ball, completely unmarked, running through on goal. I think he's trying to lay that across to somebody. It's hit the clips back heel of Pau Torres and ends up wrong-footing Bizot. And it's 2-0 to Brighton at that point. And, I just felt, and I think a lot of Villa fans just felt, that's it, done and dusted. Points of Brighton's, let's try to do something. But at that point, we didn't look that much in the game, if I'm being honest. But then soon after, we have an attack down the left. And it's a good little attack, a good little move. Ian Martin gets to the byline, gets the low cross into the box where Ollie Watkins is lurking and manages to convert it home. I think Guessand got a touch on the ball and he's been put down as the assist for that goal. But I'm going to give it to Ian Martin for the assist. Ollie Watkins, again, bundling home and getting his first goal, and a big weight off his shoulders, relief. You can see it in the celebration. And I felt as though he played a lot better after that moment as well. He's got a little bit of confidence from him. He's very much a confidence player. And then sort of even the end of the first half, we were attacking again. We had another chance from a corner. Konsa, I think, getting ahead to it, and it hits the post. It looks like it might have gone over the line. And we're sort of appealing for, VAR, but the referees just stood there. Normally he would get like a vibration on his watch if it did go over the line. Wasn't anything going, so the play continued. And literally the Sky Sports cameras had cut to the replay of Konsa's effort when basically Brighton are up the other end, have a tame shot, which Bizot comfortably saves. He throws it out to Morgan Rogers, and Rogers plays this lovely early ball like he did against Brighton last season for Rashford's goal. and picks out Ollie Watkins, who's in behind Brighton's kind of high line. And Ollie Watkins brings it down really well. And the finish from Ollie Watkins was really, really smart. Hits it into the ground, keeping it low, beyond the reach of Van Bruggen. And I think it was 7 minutes into injury time, Villa have somehow clawed their way back to 2-2 going into the break, which was, I didn't think that would happen. So yeah, absolute scenes in the Sharma household there at halftime to get to 2-2 after being 2-0 down. Evan Guessand for me in that first half was anonymous, and you could see that Emery was really losing his shit on the sideline, throwing his jacket down, really remonstrating with Guessand in terms of what he wants from him. And I fully expected Guessand to be taken off at halftime. I mean, I don't think he had that many touches of the ball in the first half. I don't recall any meaningful touches of the ball from Evan Guessand. And I was surprised to see him still on the pitch at the beginning of the second half. So he stayed on the pitch. Obviously had a rocket from Unai Emery at halftime. Comes out in the second half with a little bit more purpose, a couple of little turns, one little good run as well, which almost forces an own goal. But Villa started the second half much better. Whatever was said at halftime needed to be said, and there was much more tempo to our play, much more tenacity. Carlos Baleba was dominating that midfield, especially in the first half. I felt we had a really good game for Brighton as well. But then we get a set piece of our own. Matty Cash delivers one to the far post, and Amadou Onana, rising like a 6'5" giant that he is, and why he doesn't score more goals from set piece, I don't know. But he manages to bundle the ball over the line as well and makes it 3-2 to Aston Villa, and we're leading the game for the first time. So, yeah, again, absolute scenes. I couldn't believe that we turned that around to 3-2. And Amadou Onana getting amongst the goals there as well. And Villa make some changes, and rightly so, freshen up the team. Obviously, we've got Arsenal coming on Saturday as well. Onana and Malen is one of the subs that comes on, not for Ollie Watkins initially, so he sort of plays up front with Watkins. And again, it's another sort of ball into the box where it's not cleared by Brighton. I think it's Guessand who has the header. Van Bruggen makes a smart save, and then it's just fallen to Onana and Malen to literally kind of poke it towards goal. I think Amadou Onana on the goal line was stretching for it, but didn't get a touch, and it rolls into the back of the net. Obviously, VAR looked at it to see if Amadou Onana got a touch, and would he have been offside? But the goal goes down to Onana and Malen, and he's amongst the goals again. And he had a chance late on in the game as well, where we're counter-attacking, and he sees the keeper kind of off his line, tries to shoot from just inside our half, but not enough on it for that time. But Brighton were pressing, did have a couple of chances sort of late on, and they obviously got that goal as well. It's a nicely taken goal from Van Hecker, actually. I forgot about that. Nice little link up on the edge of the box, and manages to sweep home a right-footed effort into the far corner, which set up a really sort of tense finish. And you just thought, I was thinking about the Fulham Man City game yesterday, and that was how that ended, sort of 5-4. Could we have a similar sort of scoreline here? And Brighton were pressing, and Bizot pulls off a really, really good save late in the game from Danny Welbeck, who's just reacted, got a header to it. It looks like it's goal bound, and Bizot just manages to tip it over the crossbar and makes up for the error probably in the first half where he conceded the first goal. And Villa hang on to win 4-3. Up to third in the league. Ollie Watkins amongst the goals. We've got Arsenal yet next, and Ollie Watkins does like a goal against Arsenal. We're at home as well. Formidable form at home at Villa Park. I'm fully expecting us to go into that full confidence and looking to get the 3 points, even against a tough opposition like Arsenal. But this Villa team is different. We don't know when we're beaten. We've got a fantastic squad of players. I think we're going to strengthen in January as well. And I'm really excited to see what we can do this season. I think let's get through the Christmas period, see what we look like maybe towards the end of January. And if we're still amongst it in third and second position and still there, then we can begin to dream maybe a title charge could be on the cards. But let's not get carried away just yet. We need to beat Arsenal. If we can do that, that would be a massive, massive shot in the arm. So, Anyway, guys, do like and subscribe on your way out, please. I will do a match preview for the Arsenal game, probably coming out tomorrow. And yeah, let's speak all again very, very soon. Enjoy your Thursday. I'm still buzzing for that, and I'm about to watch the highlights again. All right, take care. Bye-bye.